Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm hoping I'm coming in loud and clear. Let me turn up the mic just a touch. Let's close a couple of these pages out. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I have a lot of information to cover. Bitcoin looking good. I'm going to cover that as well. Thank you, Neo Gaming, for being in the room. Larry Summers, again, thank you. Cardano, from what I understand from my brother, I'm an idiot. I wish I would have bought some. It's a little late now. But my brother invested in Cardano, and he says it hit an all-time high. Patrick, Pecky, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you so much for being here. Again, we have a lot to cover. I'm just going to wait a moment until people are in the room, and then we'll start rocking and rolling. So while I am getting the screens all ready, and more people are coming in, I hope everybody again is having a great weekend. A lot of shit in the news. If you don't mind me saying, I'm going to cover some of that. I'm going to cover some of the gold and silver market as well as some cryptocurrencies. So we only got 9 people in the room. Wow. Everybody's sleeping in late. Anyhow, their loss, our gain. So let's take a look at this real quick. Move that up there, minimize this screen, and open this up. So immediately let's cover actually the gold and silver market. I'll do a quick refresh. Gold closed out at 1781. Nothing big. It's right around the same price it's been. It's been floating around. It's silver that has been catching my eye. Silver. It's fallen a little bit more. I think the last time I reported on silver, it was in the high 23s. I think it was, 23.95. It is now sitting at $23.12. I suspect it's going to fall even further. How low? One can only theorize. I'm hoping we're going to see... I know a lot of people who are stacking silver are going to be angry with me. But bear with me for a second. As long as you're not ready to sell, and we all have a game plan, right? Some people say, well, I'm not going to sell my silver until I retire, or I'm not going to sell my silver, until my older ages, or when I go and buy my next house. The bottom line is many of us, we're not ready to sell our silver. So therefore, we should not be concerned about the price. Only be concerned about the price of your gold as well and silver just before you're ready to sell. And up until then, honestly, if you're still acquiring, then you should want the prices of silver as low as possible. And that's me. I got out of buying silver because, frankly, my medical bills exceeded what I could afford to pay when silver was up to 27, 28 bucks an ounce. Now that silver is falling, I'm hoping, I'm not saying it is, I'm hoping it's going to fall into the teens again. Because I'm in the acquisition phase. I'm nowhere ready to sell my silver. Nowhere. Part of my silver will probably pay off the house. And I'm just not ready. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping that silver will be really low so we can get more bang for our dollar. Again, silver sitting at $23.12. I suspect this coming week we're going to see $22. I really do. But that should go with everything that we're buying, right? We want to buy at the lowest end of the spectrum as possible. Sell at the highest end. So don't really worry if the price crashes. A lot of people contact me. That's it. If it falls any more, I'm selling. And then I'll get into the market when it's looking better. What are you talking about? I don't even respond to those emails anymore. What are you talking about? Hold on to your silver that you got. Stop buying like I did. Wait until it's at a comfortable price point where you're ready to buy again. Okay, let's take a look at the crypto markets. I'm hoping everybody can see this screen. Let me double check my work here. It looks like I did set it up right. Okay, so crypto markets, Bitcoin looking really good. Wow. Yesterday, if I recall, it was 47,000, high 47,000s. It jumped up to $49,538. That is a 1.74% in the last 24 hours increase. Beautiful for the folks who got Bitcoin. I'm one of the schmucks who have none. Ethereum is also up, $3,276. And the star, really, I was an idiot with Cardano. I didn't get any. Just at the time, couldn't really get any. And then therefore the boat passed me, so to speak. Cardano, $2.45. 7-day percentage upwards is $13.10%. 13.10% upwards in the last 24 hours. Cardano has reached its all-time high. Let me pull up the chart there. I want to see. Actually, its all-time high, I believe, is currently right now where we sit. So I need to take a step back. I think it's at its all-time high right now. So again, looking really beautiful. $2.45. Congratulations to the folks who have Cardano. Hopefully you have them in the thousands. Going back to XRP. XRP is still looking good. XRP is $1.24. And I suspect in the next couple of months, we are going to see that price reach close to $2. I firmly believe that. Give it another 3 or 4 months. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I'm hoping that actually Crazy for Cryptos is right. I think he said $5 by end of the year. I'm just going to do a couple of more call outs here, and that one is going to be THETA and then Digibyte. THETA's looking not too bad. Nothing worthy of bragging. You got to remember where it was, a month ago, 2 months ago. It was sitting right at the high $4.90. It's now climbed to $7.47. We got a 2.53% increase in the last 24 hours. It's looking good. I'm hoping we're going to see a long-term upward trends now. Remember where it was about 6 months ago, 7 months ago? It was what, $16? Wow. All right, my last two actually. TFUEL, same, sitting around 34 cents, up 1.79%, which is really not bad actually. But I want to go over to Digibyte and then we'll start in with some news. Digibyte is actually upwards. I'm surprised. Yesterday it was 6.9, 7.2. I think I saw it rocking back and forth. It's now 7.5 cents. 7.5 cents. Looking good. 12.59% increase in the last 24 hours. All right. Let's get rid of that. Open this up. And now we'll close this down, move this up, move that there, and we're back in business. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Overtax Taxpayer channel. I just got out of the jacuzzi. So a little damp, this shoulder, little wetness there, you know. I'm chilling out for my weekend, thinking about the news. So let me start off with Chris Wallace. I saw him yesterday covering Old Man in Charge, Sleepy Joe, Sippy Cup Joe. I saw him covering Joe yesterday, and I got infuriated. By the way, you all know who Chris Wallace's, don't you? Let me refresh your memories, because I know a lot of people out there, you're busy. Let me refresh your memory who he is. I was yelling yesterday. I was freaking pissed. This little, just in case there's kids in the room, I won't go there. Let me show you really quick who this guy is for those who really do not remember him. And bam. You guys remember this clown? Let me see if I get a bigger picture, because I think he's so beautiful we all should see him in 3D. That piece of garbage. I think this was the biggest picture I can get him at. Let me see. No, it's about as good as I can do. You guys remember this clown? This guy? All right. Yeah, there he is. He covered the Trump debates with Sleepy Joe. He covered, and I don't mean just covered, he covered for Sleepy Joe. All right. So he pissed me off yesterday. Let me get the screen back up. All right. What did he do? So yesterday I walked by the television. I had my cup of coffee in hand, freshly made from my espresso machine. And I walked by the freaking television and I see him covering Joe Biden, criticizing his incompetence, his inept in the Middle East. Not one time did he apologize to his viewers about covering his ass, covering for him, protecting him pre-campaign. Every time somebody called out Sleepy Joe and his mental decline, his cognitive inabilities, his hiding for those reasons in his basement, people like Chris Wallace called anybody who thought there might be a problem as a racist. Oh, you're just criticizing him because you're one of those white supremacist racists. We all know Sleepy Joe. I'm sorry. I'm using Sleepy Joe, but we all know who Sleepy Joe is, right? I just want to make sure, because just in case there's a liberal out there, I welcome you, but Sleepy Joe is the man in charge. Anybody who criticized what was quite obvious was deemed a racist, a homophobe, a xenophobe, a thisophobe, a spiderphobe, a sharkophobe, whatever phobe you wanted. And these folks like Chris Wallace swore to you, this guy was on another level above even Reagan. This guy would be the best president of the United States. Obama said he was the smartest man he ever knew. Everybody covered for Joe. They swore to you that he had the most experience. Anybody that questioned it, anybody who wanted to debate it, was shut down, was kicked out of the universities, deemed a homophobe, racist, you name it, white supremacist. Even the black people, if they criticized Sleepy Joe, were deemed racist. So people like him protected Sleepy Joe and lied to the people. They were fully aware. They were fully aware of this guy's inability to lead. They were fully aware of his 5 decades, 50 years of being in office, and his inability to do anything right. They had his historical track record. If they didn't even want to believe that he was in mental decline, they had 50 years of historical track record. And they lied to you. They lied and said he would be the best thing since the wheel. Everything this man touched, Sleepy Joe has turned to shit. This is not a left versus white thing, by the way. I got an email, just pissed me off, calling me a freaking Republican. Oh, you're just protecting this and that, and you're saying this because you're one of those hardcore Republicans. I need to tell everybody again, I don't play that FN game about a Democrat versus Republicans. I don't play the football team mentality. You got to stick with a team and you follow them off of a cliff no matter what. I don't believe that. I am neither Democrat nor I am Republican. Neither. They want you to be. They want everybody to pick a team and you stay with them. Oh, you're not going to stick with a team? Oh, you're so unpatriotic. Then you were never really a supporter. No, I am never a supporter of the people who rule over us. I watch them with suspicion. I recognize that they are a necessity, but also a danger to us. There's no way these newscasters such as Chris Wallace, and I hope he rots in the grave somewhere, but there's no way they didn't know of Joe Biden's 5 decades of history, nor his mental decline. There's no way they didn't know about it. Unless they did know about it and recognized he really would only be the proxy president, meaning a figure of the real person or persons running the show in the shadows. And that is what I suspect is going on. And I just don't think even the conservative news, see, I criticize conservatives. I don't think the conservative news are doing not even close, nowhere even near enough coverage of pre-president days and how everybody was covering for them. They need to bring that up and center and tell the public, we told you so. And here's clips from CNN, ABC, MSLSD covering for his ass. And they should show clips from September, November 2020. They should just keep reminding the people what the news media outlets, those folks are. I'm not saying Fox is perfect, but when you count points, to date, Fox has always been more truthful than the others. Fox has always proven itself to be more truthful than the others. Have I said that they were 100% truthful? I never once said that. But when you start counting points, Fox has always been more truthful. Right as far when I got back into politics, as far back as the Twin Towers fallen, they were always more truthful. It turned out everything they said over time was proven to be true. Everything down to Trump being spied upon, the Russian hoax, the impeachment bullcrap. When you start adding ticks and crossing, they've been more truthful. And that's what the conservative news needs to do. They need to keep drilling in how you've been lied to all along throughout the entire year of 2020 when he was hiding in his basement, and the real reasons. They told you the real reason. Oh, because he's afraid he's going to catch COVID. Okay, enough of that. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. That's Afghanistan. There's so much that is so wrong. But let's start with the basics. He claimed multiple times that this was planned, and the plan is going as the plan is going as he orchestrated it, as he was instructed, and everything's going as good. Okay, let's just say this is the plan. even though we don't agree with this plan. What troubles me, there's always something in the background that's nobody's paying attention to. There's always, you watching the hands and you're watching the movement in front of you, and you don't stop to take a look in the shadows. What's there? I'm looking at the hands, but what's going on in the background is most important and most telling. Why would you leave all your technology, all your guns? If this is planned, you would have gotten all that out. It was left behind for the Taliban. Now, I'm not going to go into right now. Well, I plan on going into it. I'm not going to go in right now why it was left behind. But if it was planned, why would it be abandoned? That shows me it was not planned. Or it was left as a payoff. Oops, I said it. I'm sorry. I apologize. Maybe that was the plan. Keep that war going. Why was it left there? It was part of the plan. So either it wasn't part of the plan and he's lying, or it was part of the plan and makes him evil, supplying our enemies so they can keep fighting us. Think about that. You're not being told some of the technology that was left behind. Some of that technology was top secret technology. Top secret computers that had information within them, identification tracking software. It goes up the gamut. Stuff that other people do not have. Left behind. I took a closer look at that arsenal of weapons, and obviously I only can see what is left over for us to see on the television screen, because we don't really get to see everything. And it all looked brand new. It all looked new. ACOG scopes, $1,500 scopes, $4,000 infrared scopes. We're talking Trigicon ACOGs. I know this shit. I know it very well. Infrared scopes. All brand new. See, the thing about one of these weapons, when you start using it, it gets scratched up. The coating wears away. These all look new, folks. They looked new. They got our nice Humvees, our anti-tank personnel Humvees. I'm hearing reports they even got a couple of helicopters. I don't know how accurate that is, though. So now, why was it left? That's the next question. And again, the news, including the news media outlets, the conservative news media outlets, they're concentrating on the big picture, and they're not catching the nuances, or they're ignoring the nuances in the background. Why was that stuff left behind? The one question nobody's coming back, well, if it was planned, why did we leave all that shit behind? Was that part of your plan, oh Sleepy Joe? And even when he does answer questions, was it planned or wasn't it planned? Oh, it was, Sleepy Joe, it was planned? Oh, okay, and you got approval from the Taliban to let the people through? Well, if it was part of the plan, nobody comes back with a rebuttal question. If it was planned, then why did all that shit get left behind? Top secret shit too. Computers. Because if you said it's part of the plan, and it was part of the plan, then that shit that was left behind was also part of the plan. Now you got to ask yourself, why was it left behind if it was part of the plan? Taliban come from Pakistan, mostly. And we've been funding Pakistan for many, many presidents. I'm not going to call out left, right, or anything. It's almost like we've been funding our own enemy purposefully. War is very profitable. It's cheap to destroy a city, but so much money can be made to rebuild it. And that's not the only reason why I think we would fund our enemies. Obviously, you as a country, would be nice if every country had a president that was in line with your beliefs. So I think we do overthrow cities and countries. I say countries. I said cities, but I meant countries. It would be, you try to install your own president, or the president that is closely in line with your beliefs, the USA beliefs, is what I believe also is going on here. Why would you fund your enemy? And were those weapons left behind and all that technology left behind as a payment? See a pallet or two of cash stacked 6 feet high. Too obvious. People are going to see that. Stuff left behind, oh, it was an accident. Oh, I'm sorry. It was plant. Was it plant accident? I'm confused. I really am. So there you have it. It's disgusting what I see. I don't want to see any Afghanistan people hurt either. But now we're going to have an influx of those people here. And who do you think they're going to vote for? Or was that also part of the plan? I'm just saying. Evil, you can never underestimate it. People claim that this regime, these people, Sleepy Joe's the only stupid one there. The people behind them are diabolically smart. I hate it when they say, oh, this regime is stupid. They don't know what they're doing. Oh, hell yeah, they do know what they're doing. They stole the country away from the conservatives. They know what they're doing and got away with it to date. Oh, they're smart, diabolically smart. He is just a proxy president. Proxy president. Let's say hello to a few people. It's a nice weekend out. Like I said, I just got out of the jacuzzi. I don't know. I want to get out of the house today. I'm a little bummed out at what I'm seeing on the television. By the way, if you haven't subscribed, whether you're Democrat, whether you're conservative, whether you're black, whether you're white, subscribe. If you like my content and you think I'm coming from the heart, subscribe. And leave a comment. And send me $1 million. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that slip out? I'm teasing. But definitely subscribe. Larry Summers, Neo Gaiman, thank you again. Patrick Gelpke, thank you so much. Celtic Knot. It's all by design. My theory is Trump really runs it all behind the scenes with Shabal Lubavitch behind him and the international banking cabal. My Lord, I wish I didn't read that. Celtic Knot, whatever the hell you are, you have no freaking clue. You truly have no clue. Because when Trump actually was running things, you didn't have this much chaos. I'm sorry, I'm going to disagree with you. You're just one of those. And again, I am not a Republican, but I can recognize somebody who did a decent job. And you're just somebody I recognize as probably an anti-Trumper. I'm saying it as politely as I can. ID 780. Can food running low here in Florida? Can food running low there in Florida. Now, I don't doubt it. Again, I made a video about a week ago. I said food shortages are coming. And that was before all this shit hit the fan. I did the video, about a week or two? It's coming. The shelves are going to go empty again. I told everybody to prepare. And I hope you do. I really do. THETA and TFUEL, baby. Patrick Gelpy, thank you so much. Are you still holding THETA? Yeah, you can bet. You can bet. Not as much. I never reached my goal, unfortunately, but you can bet. They own Trump again. This is Celtic not again. Everything is a Trump statement from him. They own Trump and all his debt. He's perfect actor, storefront face for them to roll out their plans. Okay. See, I give even time, even though I don't agree with you. And I do respect everybody's opinion. But I can tell a freaking troll when I see one. I have Spider-Mite. Spider-Mite. Big Chief, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I hope everybody gets out. It's Saturday. I don't know where you're at, but here in Tucson, it's really sunny. It's nice. I might go out somewhere and freaking slam down something, I don't know, melty. I feel like something melty cheese, I don't know, freaking Mexican meal or something. With a lot of melted cheese on it. Something that's going to make my belly grow. I want it down in my belly. Patrick Gelpy, thank you. Big Chief again. It will go down a bit, not too much. Next move will take over $50. 925 Ender. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're saying something is going to go up. So it's either silver or it's one of the cryptos. So I don't know what you're thinking about. Silver paper price is fake. Obviously it is. There's two silver markets, just as there's two gold markets. There's your paper and your physical. And we all know the paper is Pristine Green. Thank you so much for being here. Fonzarelli. Digibyte taking off. Yeah, it was 7.5 cents. Digibyte. I'm again one of the ones that I did not reach my goal in. So I'm hoping it's going to hit something really amazing to offset my. Anyway, Nightmare. Hello. Who else? Sarge. Man, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Sarge 27271. Overtaxed taxpayer. Made a video for about 4 months back. I said gold 1600, silver 20. Yeah, LOL. Awesome. $50 bought 5 ounces of silver since 2020. Otherwise, it's averaged $18 per ounce. Yeah, I took the entire year, I'll be honest with you, of 2020 off of purchasing precious metals. Yeah, I do remember Neil Gaiman. You told us that 1K per Ethereum, but you were wrong because I think it was 20 or 3,000 today. No, you did. You called it. You got some Cardano at 10 cents, and I got none. What an idiot I am. I'm glad for you though. I hope you got thousands. None of your business. None your biz. Johnny Lingo, have no fear. Johnny Lingo is here. Johnny Lingo in the house. Who else is here? Sleepy Joe. Sippy Cup Joe. I am a little angry, Neo. You know, I'm not angry. I'm not angry with everybody. I'm just angry at how gullible the people are in America and how short their lifespan is. I mean, not their lifespan, their memory span. Chris Wallace comes on yesterday and he's bashing Sleepy Joe for his handling of Afghanistan. And not once did he look in the camera and says, I need to apologize to my listeners. Because I covered for this man. I swore for this man throughout the entire campaign. Not once did he do that. I would respect him. Because we all make mistakes, right? No, he's like another day reporting. Yeah, this guy fucked up. What's new? And they're all covering the news stories about his mental inabilities. Like nothing. Like, we told you this guy was this way when you called us racist for even criticizing him. So yes, I am angry. I'm angry with people in general. I'm angry with people who are stupid. I'm angry with people who are driving by themselves wearing an effing mask. I'm angry with people who, when I go hiking, they're out in the middle of I almost said it, effing mountain with a mask on in 115-degree weather. I'm angry with people who have BLM stickers on their cars. I think I'll feel better when I got a nice German beer down my belly. In my belly. Neil Gaiman, thank you. $50. Thank you, Mike Wallace, rolling in his grave. Yeah. Chris Wallace. What a piece of S. Who else here? Acceleration rules. Joe Biden is a laughing stock internationally. Yeah, and yesterday he came on to piggyback off of acceleration rules. I watched his speech, Sleepy Joe's speech yesterday, where he declared that he did not hear anything negative from other countries about his handling. I'm paraphrasing. I didn't hear anything negative about how they think of the United States, or, if they think less of us. I haven't seen anything. Meanwhile, I'm looking at a freaking news article on the other computer monitor from the UK news or some criticizing him. And the people standing behind him wearing their black masks. They're standing like 12 feet apart. Kamala and this other cracker wearing black masks. You know who they remind me of with this black mask? Watch Star Wars. The Empire. They're angry, they look like the Empire. The bad people in Star Wars is what they're starting to look at. What next? Will next year bring like plastic type of grills masks to the... Well, that's what they'll start wearing. And they're all wearing black, just like the Empire. I want to know why those weapons were left behind. I want to know why they were left behind. And I cringe on the day that one of those weapons injures an American soldier. I cringe the day that there's a parent or a wife mourning their husband's death because those weapons were left behind. Yeah, I'm fucking angry. Excuse my language. John L. Voth. Is Biden played by an actor named Arthur Roberts? I'll have to Google that. Anonymous 101. Did you hear about the fighting in the Digibyte community? I did. But I'm one of those people. I'm so freaking busy. I read what I can. I don't really study everything that's interesting. There's so much of interest. But yeah, I'm hearing about the fighting and people going after founders, and I don't know what to make of it. Perhaps, Anonymous, you should do the research, start your own channel, make a video, tell me to subscribe, and maybe you do the research for us all and we subscribe to you. Mike Jones in the house. We're in the race for natural resources with the government. Who leaves billions of working equipment behind? That's the whole question that nobody's really scraping. Oh, there's a little comment here and there, but no one's asking why. If this was planned, why was it left behind? Because something that is left behind is abandoned. because of a rush. You abandon it because it's the last thing on your mind. You're running for your lives. Or if it was left there purposefully as payment. I don't know. It all looked new to me. When you really scrutinize the pictures they're leaving on the television monitors for you. And look at the pictures. I told you, a weapon like this, with regular use, everything, the bolt carrier, everything wears down. Everything. You start to see a lot of silver like you do on this. It gets worn, the black wears off, the bolt carrier, the coating, it all wears off just like that. I saw on the screen everything looking new. A lot of rifle suitcases that did not look banged around. Look at the luggage also that's stacked next to it. It all looked nice and new. Something's fishy going on, folks. South Florida DCL. Good afternoon, everyone. Who else is here? None your business. Acceleration. Anonymous. Mike Jones. Raw Food Writer. Thank you so much. China taking over in the Middle East. Okay, Joe gave China Afghanistan. Pretty much, I think. China's going to back engineer all the equipment. Fox News is mostly a bunch of war hawks. There has never been a war that they disagree with. Think about the Patriot Act, the ones who started those wars. The main difference between Democrat media and conservative media is that they were supported different groups. But come on, Anonymous, can you not say Fox has been more correct more of the time? Was Fox News correct about Joe's dementia, his cognitive decline? Was Fox News at all correct about that? Was Fox News correct about the Russian hoax hacking? I mean, the hoax? Were they correct about the Clinton servers before it became public? Come on, I'm not saying they were perfect, but when you start adding up points, you got to give the win. But just like a basketball, you got to give the win to Fox. You got to. Okay, conservatives are nearly 2,000. All right, none of your business. Conservatives now are early 2,000 Democrats. In 2030, there will be 2010 Democrats. Joe's daily plan is using the bathroom, more like changing his freaking urine catheter. I can just imagine. They wheel him out to make a speech here and there. They bring him back in bed. He has his little curly straw coming out of his warm milk. And he's watching Hanna-Barbera freaking cartoons on the screen in a comatose state. His little white milk going up around the straw. You know those crazy straws from the 80s and 90s? JK Pioneer in the house. Raw Food Writer. Many of the Afghan refugees are young men in their 20s. They will spread their culture. Absolutely. The freaking UK and Australia and Sweden. They can't. They regret bringing them in. They're raping the girls. They're killing the girls because they're just warmongers. Even the peaceful ones just have a different ideology when it comes to women. And the peaceful ones are only peaceful because their women are already trained the way they want them. They're just... There was a science class, a biology actually class I took in college. and geomes. Everything had its purpose and its place. Germs would live in this, and then certain animals would live in the moss, and everything would be in its own perfect geome. And once you introduce something outside from another geome into this geome, it just totally messes up the entire harmony and balance of that geome. That whether a geome be a portion of a swamp or whatever. I don't believe in globalism. I really don't. Because not every organism lives in balance with the other organisms from around the world. For example, buffalo grass came over and is totally growing and kills off all the natural grass. I can go on and on and on about down to the biological level. Globalism is not good. Not everything is designed to live in harmony everywhere in the world. Right all the way up to the human beings. Rocky Top, VFL. Hello, sir. Thanks for the great videos. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope you subscribe. I really do. Who else is here? MJQ. It's all planned. Just follow the money. Yep, I agree. I'm not going to argue with that. It's sad, though. Tube Socks in the house. Thank you so much. Eric Aventurous. I'm hoping cryptos rises. I really do. I want to buy me a small island somewhere and just dig a hole and just hide in it. That won't be me. Trust me. I don't hide. I'm looking, when I go quiet, I'm just looking at some of the comments. Screw the old man. Amen. Silver Wolverine in the house. Above and below. You better believe Trump is for mandatory vaccines and passports. No one is standing up for our freedom. I don't believe he's for, I think he's, even Trump is not perfect. The only perfect being is Jesus Christ. And you can't throw away somebody because they made a mistake or they've done something wrong. No one is perfect. Is he for vaccines? Yes, obviously he's for it. But he's also for, and he said it many times, your decision to make an educated decision for you and your family. He's willing to let you say no, is what I'm saying. As far as him for mandatory passports? No. You're wrong, my friend. You are wrong. And I challenge you to find one thing in writing by him, not his critics, by him, or a video that says he's for that. I challenge you. Yeah, the shelves are going to be empty. Just give it a few more months. I think we're going to start to see really shit hit the fan by September. Just like you did in the beginning of 2020. Remember all those pictures I took of our local grocery stores with shelves empty? It was like a war zone in Russia. Not a freaking thing. 15,000 square foot super Walmart. Empty. Ron Wood, thank you. Thank you so much. Little Red Pony in the house. Vam TM WNM Virginia. Shout out to Virginia. Susan Rice and Bummer running the show. Oh, Bummer. Little Red Pony. Hi. Yeah, I get I get pissed, anonymous, when I see people like that hiking in the middle of nowhere wearing a mask. A virus, regardless of whether it's X, Y, Z, Corona, Delta, a virus is a very fragile organism. It truly is. Regardless of what the virus is, it lives only within a certain temperature range, and outside on either side it dies. I laughed when they shut down the beaches. Too salty. The salt in the air and the humidity, a virus can't survive in that kind of environment. Swimming pools with the chlorine, a virus cannot survive in chlorine. If it could, then why are they selling all the chlorine and bleach hand sanitizers? You know, the kitchen wipes that are already pre-soaked in your kills 99.9% of all infections and viruses. Lysol and shit like that. It's all a scam, buddies. Ladies and gentlemen, it was all a freaking scam. I'm not saying it never existed. I'm saying it was made out and still is being made out to be bigger and more dangerous and more badass than it really is. Coherent bliss. Thank you so much. I agree. People have been dumbed down. Media's agenda for a long time. Dumb down the people and keep them dumbed down. That's how you rule over a person. That's how you take over. You keep them dumbed down, docile. You give them free, pretty stuff like free cell phones. And that way they walk around the town with their face in the cell phone. I hate it when I go out somewhere and somebody's on their freaking cell phone. This won't even look up at you. All right. Michael Palm, thank you so much. We're all gonna die. Yeah, we are. The little muddy farm, Robert Jones, they thought Afghan army would be standing strong. Instead, they surrendered. Lab 464, hello. Anyway, folks, I think I'm going to head out. I'm pretty disgusted with those weapons that were left behind and all the technology that was left behind. I know we got a lot of new people in this room, but one thing, if it was planned, why was the stuff left behind?